Hello everyone, it is time for my Monday weekly draft video. Also post one on Thursday now in case you didn't know, but we're going to go ahead and jump into this queue and play some Hour of Devastation. Okay, well, interesting pack. This can be a good card. I don't like first picking it. If you can pay 5 for it and get 3 cards, it's a pretty good deal, but it's not like amazing, honestly. I think we probably just take Struggle to survive. Struggle's a great removal spell. You don't even have to be playing green. It's one of the best uncommons in the set. Puncturing Blow is good too, as is Ronus' Stalwart, but Struggle's just better than both of them. It's basically just to kill, like, destroy target creature because it scales as the game goes on, and it's not hard to cast either. You can even splash it if you have to. I love Oasis Ritualist too, but this is just better. So, ooh, God Pharaoh's Gift. I haven't gotten a chance to play with it yet. Some people think it's like this amazing, incredible bomb, and it is, but you have to set things up right for it to really work out for you. You have to have a stocked graveyard, and you have to have a deck that can actually afford to get to 7 mana, like has a lot of removal. Ambuscade's good. I think I might just take God Pharaoh's Gift, though, just because it's so sweet and I haven't gotten a chance to play with it. But Ambuscade or Ronus' Stalwart is definitely worth thinking about. Unconventional Tactics is good if you can make a zombie deck, of course. But I guess it works with God Pharaoh's Gift, huh? I think I'm going to take the Gift and see if I can make it work. I do think it's a little... Some people just think it's like a first pickable bomb, and I don't think it always is first pickable just because it's so dirtily. Here I think we take Steward of Solidarity. It's a great card. Catcher's Avenger is solid too, so is Torment of Venom, but we're going to take the Steward. So we may just end up in an aggro deck that doesn't even want God Pharaoh's Gift, and that's what makes it harder to first pick. It's not just like a 4 or 5 mana bomb, it's a 7 mana bomb that asks you to jump through some hoops. Those hoops aren't impossible to jump through, but they're not easy to jump through either, I don't think. Ooh, a second Steward of Solidarity. That's a good sign about white, I'd say. Yeah, we take that all day. Yeah, there's nothing even close in this pack. I mean, Gilded Ceradon and Lethal Sting, I guess, are sort of close, but the Steward's great. For a second, I thought this was a third Steward of Solidarity. Well, we're going to take a Kenra Scrapper here. I just think it's the best card in this pack. Sharpshooters is good, Hippo's good, but Scrapper's better, and we already have one red card anyway, so... See, we're looking like an aggro deck, in which case you don't really want God Pharaoh's Gift, sadly. It is good. You can like aggressively trade just for like everything and then just get all your guys back. It definitely feels like it should have said it exiles the card at the end of your turn, but it doesn't. It just stays in play. Ooh, I do like Appeal to Authority in an aggro deck. We would have to be playing green to be able to really cast it. I could just take a Firebrand Archer, which is fine, but I think I'm going to take Appeal to Authority and see if I can make that work. Active Heroism is good too, but Appeal to Authority is just like the best card in this pack by a wide margin. Supreme Will's close, I guess, but we'll take this, see if we can play it. It can just win games out of nowhere. I had a deck a few weeks ago where I had 2 of them, and I just kept drawing them and winning the game, which was, I know, I was slightly lucky, but... maybe very lucky, but it is just a card that destroys a race for your opponent. They just feel like they're going to win the race, then all of a sudden you swing for 12 that they can't block, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay, Sandblast here I think is the best pick. Ceradon's worth looking at, but Sandblast is just better. I wouldn't mind getting a few deserts and some Ceradons up in here, but yeah, we'll take Sandblast. This is sort of on the outside looking in, and right now Godpharaoh's Gift is 2. White seems very open to my right. Like, Steward of Solidarity is, like, in a lot of packs, just the best card. It's better than most rares, I think. So getting one is a decent sign. This pack not so good, though. Kindled Fury is an okay trick. Manolith is okay. Wretched Camel's good. Could we end up black-white? I mean, I could take a Manolith or a Traveler's Amulet. I'm more interested in the Amulet, I think, than the Manolith. If I end up wanting to splash a color. And I guess I'll do that instead of the Camel. Jera's Renunciation isn't bad. There's another Travel's Amulet. I'll take the Renunciation, though. We might play it. If we end up being an aggro deck, it's not a bad card. Okay, I like Active Heroism. Kidra Eternal is a pretty solid little black creature. Scrounger of Souls is okay, too. I think I'm going to take the Kenra. We'll see if black's open enough. I like Active Heroism okay, but it's nothing special. Neither is the Kenra, but, you know, black might be open enough. And I'd say Ruin Rats is an okay sign that it is. Meanwhile, red hasn't seemed super open. We could splash struggle, potentially. I don't hate that plan. So maybe we should have taken that unconventional tactics. This is a decent trick. And yeah, it's just going to, you know, not sure we're playing green, but if we are... We have a few decent, you know, we have Appeal to Authority, which I think is just great, and Gift of Strength, which is okay. Not to mention the survive half of that, yeah. We'll get an Active Heroism anyway. Ooh, Sifter Worm. Okay, well there's an ambuscade here. I think I just have to take it. The black and the white. I mean, Sandblast is okay, but it's no Ambuscade. I'm going to take Ambuscade. See if green's open enough for us. Here I think I'll probably just take Oketra's Avenger. Yeah, I think that's probably right. There's a decent red card. A couple of these, well, 3 solid red cards, but I think the Avenger is just better than all of them. So, yeah, Dauntless Haven's pretty good too. Hour of Eternity can be good. Well, there's a Torment of Venom. And Aronis' Stalwart. And a Mummy Paramount. Those are all things that seem okay. I'm just not sure what my next color is my problem. Like, definitely white. So I could take a white card here that's solid in the Paramount. I could also take a very good green card in the Stalwart. I think the Stalwart's just so much better than the Paramount that I'm going to take it. Yeah, I like Nimble Obstructionist if we were blue. Here's an unconventional tactics, but I'm not convinced for black-white. Like, look at the black in this pack. It's basically non-existent. Probably just take a Feral Prowler and move into green, like, officially here. And plan on splashing, maybe, this. That means we get this thing back. Maybe that. Probably not that. Should have taken that Ambuscade over Godpharaoh's Gift. For sure. That's what it feels like now anyway. This works obviously pretty well with our Appeal to Authority. I wouldn't mind getting another Appeal to Authority. I'd play as many as were passed to me. Although right now we actually don't have a ton of creatures, but we can probably prioritize them. Another Ceradon. I think we just take a Sidewinder Naga. We don't have any deserts yet, but it's okay even if you don't have any. Three mana, 3/2. That summons a 4/2 Trampler, you know. Okay, do I want a Feral Prowler or a Mummy Paramount? That is the question. I think I'd rather have the Mummy. Yeah. Okay. Steadfast Sentinel's fine, though not exciting. Arrow Guide's great, but we're definitely not blue. Torment of Venom. I think Arrow Guide's the best card in the pack, followed by Torment of Venom. We probably just take the Sentinel, even though it's nothing special. I think I like it more than Dutiful Servants anyway, so yeah. Another Sentinel. Unconventional Tactics isn't going to be great for us. I'll just take another Sentinel. Endless Sands is okay. I guess I don't have any deserts yet, and it is a desert with upside, and I would probably play one colorless desert, so yeah, let's take it. Why not? Another Steadfast Sentinel. Yeah, they're pretty mediocre. I don't like Okettra's Last Mercy very much, so I will take one. Wretched Camel, huh? I guess I'm going to take that here. I'm not interested in anything else going on in that pack, so I guess I'll take this thing. Yeah, I mean, if I pick up an Evolving Wilds, I'll feel fine about splashing Struggle. Could have had so many unconventional tactics in this pack. These two packs, apparently. I guess I'm not entirely convinced green is super open either, but that's okay. White seems open. At least these eternalized things will pump my Mummy. I probably need how many zombies do I need to want to play unconventional tactics? Probably like 7 or 8 at least. We're at 3, sort of. Yeah, I'll probably just end up playing this one desert. Even Mind Sensor might just be the pick. The green here is terrible. Bone Picker's great, but I kind of feel like that ship has sailed, and we have some good stuff in green that I don't really want to lose at this point, like Ambuscade and Appeal to Authority and Ronus' Stalwart especially. So yeah, I think I'll take the Censor. Ooh, even Wind Guide actually seems pretty good in our deck, but we'd have to be splashing blue, which we could do instead of Struggle, but I think Struggle's probably going to be better to splash. I think we just take a Gustwalker here. It's just a great card. I like the Wind Guide a lot, but Gustwalker it is. Yeah, we're just an aggro deck. Feels like old this format. Triple Amonkhet. Ooh, Crocodile of the Crossing. Yeah, I think that's just what we take. I love that card. Wouldn't mind getting to cut these Steadfast Sentinels. Sheltered Thicket would help us splash, but there's another Gustwalker, so yeah, never mind. I'm just taking that. I'll take every Gustwalker, please. I'm liking the look of this deck, even though I'm not, that excited to play it, just because I'm not the biggest aggro fan, as you probably know. I play it when it's open, and it seems to be, and I think we just take Binding Mummy here. Yeah. So many 2-drops. Probably gonna, I'm hoping I can cut both of these. It will make my Mummy Paramount and my Binding Mummy worse, I guess, but they're still 2 mana 2/2s, so it's not like we can get that bad. Probably, well, I might actually want to run this now that I have 2 Gustwalkers. Wouldn't mind a Hooded Brawler. We took a Gustwalker over one, and I think that's right, but yeah. Probably not running this. It'll make the cut if we're like desperate. There's another desert, but which one has more upside? Endless Sands. I mean, I think I just take Top Crop Elite anyway, so we don't need to worry about it. Yeah, Time to Reflect's good if you're a zombie deck, but we're not, despite our 2 zombie payoffs. I may just want to sort of streamline things and just cut red altogether. Another 2-drop with some upside. Works well with Crocodile of the Crossing. Manglehorn isn't that good of a sideboard card, although it did get a little better because of cards like God Pharaoh's Gift. There's some good rare artifacts around. I'll probably play my Vizier. Yeah, so I'll take it. Ronus's Monument might actually be worth it in this deck. Giant Spider's an okay sideboard card, but I think I'll take the Monument. Would rather have a Ketra's Monument, of course, but Ronus's isn't bad. Okay. Mighty Leap, I guess, but right now we take a pretty late compulsory rest, and we're happy about it. I think I am going to end up playing... Do I want to know Ketra's name? I don't think so. I think I am going to end up playing like 1 Steadfast Sentinel and maybe 1 Winged Shepherd. Maybe I just play both Sentinels. That might just be better. Yeah, I mean, our curve's still pretty good. We have plenty of creatures. Don't think I'm playing Sunscorched Desert. Nobody with zombies. We only have like 4 zombies, so it's not happening for us. 16 creatures is good. I might have liked more. I could play a Winged Shepherd and cut like something. I could cut a trick for a Winged Shepherd. That seems reasonable. And I like Gift of Strength a lot more than Active Heroism. So, yeah, we'll put the Shepherd in. Yeah, we'll run 1 Endless Sands, and then 8 and 8, basically. Close to 8 and 8. Yeah, definitely not 11 and 5. Might be better to go 9 and 7, though. We don't have a ton of green cards, and we have a ton of white cards, so I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, we will roll with this, see how it goes. It just looks like a fun little aggro deck. I'll see you guys in the first match. Well, we definitely want to go first here in our first match. I think this is an okay hand. It's not a great one, certainly. We didn't have any of our, like, 32 drops, but it's fine. We do have a Desert and a Sidewinder Naga. We don't have green mana, but we'll get there. You know. Got our Mind Sensor. So there's that. I guess. Damn it. Most of my 2-drops are white, but I drew one of the green ones. Maybe 9-7's too low. Maybe I should have done 8-8, but it's hard to know. Good, no 2-drop from our opponent at least. Maybe they'll try to search their library for a land and I can really get them with Aven Mind Sensor. Either way, I'm flashing it in at the end of their turn. Or, well, I guess it won't be at the end of their turn if... Cycling, yeah. Won't be at the end of their turn if they try to cast something that will let them search their library here. Oh, they are. They're probably going to find one in the top 4, but at least we're going to make them sweat a little bit. And they have to pick one of the top 4, so if they're splashing, it's not going to be so good. There's a Gustwalker. I think I'm going to play the Sentinel just because I have the mana to do it, and on a future turn I may not. And If I draw like a forest next turn, I'll be able to play multiple things. Play Endless Sands and play Sentinel. Yeah, I think maybe I should have done 8 and 8. The more I think about it, like 7 forests just does not seem like enough. I'm happy having struggle be used on that, I can tell you that much. I guess if my Sentinel dies, he'll be able to make me a little sad about it. I'm going to cycle this. Okay. Well, we're going to attack with Steadfast Sentinel and then play Gust Walker. Attack for 2. And play our Gust Walker. Feral Prowler, okay. Ugh. Green mana, where are you? Right, we're going to attack and exert with Gust Walker. Yeah, 7's probably not enough. The more I think about it, like I was saying, because like we have 7 still in our library, but that's still like not quite a 1 in 3 chance of drawing one. So this costs 2 to use its ability anyway, right? Yeah, so we're just going to play Revenger. If we ever draw Forest, we're going to be pretty happy, but I bet that is what they wanted, was an island. Just ending your turn, huh? Oh my god. We're trying to get into some trouble here. At least I have my mana up for Endless Sands, I guess, you know? Let's look at it that way. We're going to attack and exert. Now we have like a 1 in 3.5 chance. He just wants to draw a card. Sure. We'll definitely use Endless Sands if our opponent tries to target something. I can tell you that much. I should attack with both of these. That was pretty stupid. Would have gotten in for 2 if I did. I was too busy being upset about my lack of mana. Lack of green mana. Not sure if our opponent's just getting flooded out or do they need that bluffs to produce a 4th color? Nope. They just needed 7 mana. God, I need green mana. Aha! Okay. No, bad news is I can't tap this down with my appeal to authority. That's pretty bad news, I think. I think I attack, and I just plan on using Gift of Strength if he blocks my Steadfast Sentinel. If he doesn't block, I just let him take 5, I think. Yeah, he's going to block, though. That way, whatever he plays next turn, I can probably tap down. I mean, hexproof is not the most common keyword. So, the bad news is I just exerted this, so I won't be able to do quite as much damage, so I may not use it. We do have mana up for Endless Sands still. This is pretty good if you have creatures with, like, an exerted creature that has haste. Like, On-Crop Crasher would be kind of hilarious. Is there another creature that has exert and haste? I'm not sure there is. If you have your Cartouche of Zeal, it basically has haste, right? Another freaking Riverwinder. Is that what you have for me? Yeah. Okay. I see how it is. Okay. Well, I think we just play a bunch of stuff here. And then plan on using Appeal to pump this and tap whatever else he plays and just attack with everything. So I think I want to play Naga and Stalwart. And just end my turn. I now don't have mana up for Endless Sands, but so hopefully that doesn't bite me. Just a Naga. Okay, I think we're just going to win unless our opponent has Unsummon or something, which would be pretty bad for us. Wouldn't just lose us the game, but it would keep us from winning. You know, that's enough. Okay, so I'm going to go... Should I pick a creature with more toughness? No, I think I want to put it on my evasive creature. So I'm going to go Appeal. See if our opponent lets us appeal here. Vigilance, by the way, is also pretty relevant here. Okay, they do have an Unsummon. We're just going to let that happen instead of using Endless Sands. We can still give our whole team Vigilance, but this is a 2/4 now. So it's a little less ideal. But I tap these both down. I attack with everything. He kills something, but he takes a lot. So I think we still do it. I guess we should leave that up. Yeah. All right. Attack, attack and exert, attack, attack and exert. So they go to 2, which is enough for Gustwalker to finish the job, obviously. Yeah, so we're going to play Gustwalker and Feral Prowler. See what our opponent has. Yeah, we got there. Appeal to Authority, even when they counter the appeal part, like getting to cast Authority is pretty nice. So I think I probably do want one more Forest. Yeah. I should have run one more. Yeah. That just increases my chances. I mean, I do only have 7 green cards. But which definitely means not drawing a Plains is worse, but I think we have a pretty good chance of drawing well, you know, one of each. course, now we drew our green. I think it's still a keep on the draw. We do have a 2-drop, and we've got a good chance to draw white, so. Wow. But, you know, we're close to playing our crocodile, even if we don't draw white before turn 4. We'll at least draw another forest or a desert, you know. Feral Prowler versus Feral... Oh, my God. 4 of our 7 forests were on top of our library. Or I guess we're at 8 now, but that's kind of crazy. Especially because I would have much rather played Gustwalker on turn 2. But, hey. I definitely block if he attacks, I mean... Gross. Okay. Maybe it was a knee-jerk reaction, huh? To put all those forests, add a forest to my deck and take out a plains. I do have a Crocodile of the Crossings. Ooh, that's pretty scary. Wow. Well, we can shut it down if we ever draw white, but for now... I'm going to put this on my Prowler. And attack. Would love to trade with the Hydra. He's probably just going to block with the Prowler, though, yeah. Which is what we'll do with our Prowler on his Hydra. Yeah, it sucks to have all of these white cards in our hand, which, you know, most of our deck is white cards, so. We just had bad luck last game where we drew all of our green cards and had no green mana. Yeah, we're blocking. For sure. Gives me more of a chance to hit white mana. We do take 2 because it has trample, but there it is. Probably put compulsory rest on this thing because it is a problem. Gustwalker, you know, Mind Sensor, they're bad against it because it has reach. And it has trample, so my tokens are bad against it. There's just a lot of bad. Okay, so I think I just go compulsory rest. And attack with Crocodile of the Crossing. Takes 5. We have Gift of Strength, should that matter. I don't really see it mattering. We take 3. I mean, Gift of Strength is going to make it so we can punch through, like, basically anything. So we have that going for us. Oh yeah, he's just going to kill this, which makes sense. Yeah. At least he's not going to gain the life. I guess he can in response, actually. Oh no, it's a 1-1. I was thinking it put 4 counters. It just puts 3. Dune Diviner. Okay. Hey, another plains. How about that? Yeah, we're going to attack with a Crocodile. See what our opponent blocks. If they block, they're just taking it. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm going to play... I want to leave mana up for Gift of Strength, so I'm just going to play 2 2s, which I think is probably what I should do anyway. So, Gustwalker and... Steward of Solidarity. My opponent has 1 exerter, so if he exerts this, he could tap one of them, but I'm not super concerned. He's not exerting anyway. I think I'm cool with trading with this, even though the Steward can obviously give us a ton of mana, but I'm going to block this, and I'm going to block this. And I'm planning on using Gift of Strength, hopefully. see what our opponent has. All right, let's try this. It's going to hurt if they have removal in response, but a little less so if it's unsummon. Brute strength. Okay, so we're doing a 2 for 2. So it appears. Well, 3 for 3 actually, because these guys kill each other too. We do take damage. I forgot about trample on that brute strength. What are they trying to do now? Oh, just cycle beneath the sands. Well, that's good. We attack with our Croc. Who I think has done all the damage in this game, right? Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to play the Mummy and leave mana up for Ambuscade and Aven Mind Sensor. I feel like we're in pretty great shape. Our opponent is going to go up to 7, so that's relevant. They can go up to 6, but I'm guessing they probably want to get rid of this unless they have Enchantment Hate in their deck, in which case maybe they want to hold on to it so their Hydra can be a monster. Yeah, no, they're going to gain the life. Go to 7. Take 2. I mean, I could block an Ambuscade, but that's not really worth it. Or just use Ambuscade without blocking. Still doesn't seem worth it. Okay, so we're going to flash in our Mind Sensor. Opponent must have a removal spell, so otherwise he wouldn't have attacked there. Alright, so we're just going to attack with everything. Jero's Renunciation. Okay. I see what you did there. We're going to attack. Play Steward of Solidarity. Opponent's going to gain 2 life at the end of their turn. End of our turn because of the freaking Doom Diviner. I'll play the Steward and leave up mana for Ambuscade again. Yeah, they go to 6. And then to 7. Some pretty relevant life gain right now. But I feel like they probably have to draw something here or they're dead. Like a kill spell or a good blocker. We can kill most blockers with the Ambuscade though, with the 5/4 in play, so I'm not super concerned. Does he get in there again? Doesn't look like it. Alright, I think we try to use Ambuscade here then. Pump. I'm going to use it on the creature I care the least about, so if my opponent kills it, it's not the end of the world. You can go up to 9 in response, but that's not going to be enough. Gift of Strength, okay. Well, now they just don't do anything to each other. Alright, so we attack with our 5/4 and our 2/1. Oh god, do you have a trick? No, just gain life. Yeah, just gain the life. You don't need a trick. If they have a trick here, that'll be bad. It does not look like they do, though. I guess they could, no, Kindled Fury won't do it. So we drop them to 7. That's dead. Probably should have attacked with everything. I've been saying that a lot this match. Because he kind of had to block my Crocodile. Yeah, we win anyway. So, deck is as aggressive as advertised. I'll see you guys in the next match. Well, everyone, we're going to the second match from our Devastation draft. We are 1-1, and we are going to mulligan this hand, but it does look like we're on the draw, so we have that going for us. These Steadfast Sentinels, I'm kind of sad I ended up having to play them. It's definitely the worst card in my deck, and I have 2 of them. It's not terrible. I mean, it's just not anything. All right, that is better. Do I want a 3rd land? I'd rather have a forest, so I think I do put that on the bottom. Most of my stuff that costs 2 most of my stuff costs 2 in my hand anyway, so I'd rather just hit a forest, and I will eventually. I mean, I think we play the Steward. Maybe we play the Mummy. I care less if it eats a removal spell. Yeah. Eternal Kenra. Okay. See, I did not go back to. I still have the same number. I have 8 and 8, and now I'm only drawing my green. I managed to win anyway. Both my games, but it has been kind of frustrating. 3 games in a row where I've only had 1 color of mana. What are you gonna do? Play my Steward, who will set up a nice appeal to authority. That's for sure. If I draw any land, I can play my Sentinel at least. Obviously, we just take this if our opponent attacks. And they didn't, which is a bit surprising. Okay, well, I'm going to cycle this. Forest. I'd be cool with that. Yes, we did it. I'm so good. All right, so I'm going to attack with Mummy Paramount. If it's about to eat a trick, I don't really care, I'll trade a Mummy Paramount for a trick all day. Opponent might just trade, but I bet they have a trick. And I am correct. Okay. So they have the lead half still. So it's really like a 1 for 0.5. I'm not as happy about that because the lead half of that is kind of gross, but I do get to play this, who Kenra Eternal just can't block. I think I'd probably make a creature token at the end of my opponent's turn. I guess Kenra Eternal could have blocked it if they had Destined. We're just going to take 2. Okay. Might put Compulsory Rest on that. I probably don't now. Might just be better to play my Sentinel than play any of this other stuff right now. I'm going to attack with the Warrior Creature token, because obviously my opponent does not want to trade a 3/1 flyer for that. And then I'm going to play Steadfast Sentinel. So we would pump something. We would go, it would be like 6, 9, 11, 12, 13. That's what we can swing for right now with Appeal to Authority. So we probably don't do it yet. I'd probably just take 3 in the sky. This is probably something that, yeah, that we're putting Compulsory Rest on for sure. Although we could use Sandblast instead. I'd rather just get in for damage here, basically. So, oh, now we can use that. Yeah, so I'd much rather use a trick when my opponent's tapped out than use a removal spell. So let us attack. And we'll exert this. Opponent may just take it, but we're kind of okay with that, given the massive amount of damage we can do once it's our turn. Again. I'm definitely like forecasting that I have a trick here. Like my opponent should be like, don't really want to block. They do though. Sometimes you just have to though. Like I don't know what they have in their hands. Sometimes change their mind. I can still kill that with a trick. So bring it. Ooh, I almost used it on their creature. That would have been fun. All right, so we run that thing over, drop our opponent to 14. Probably make a creature at the end of my opponent's turn. Yeah, I probably do. I could put Compulsory Rest on this, but I think I'd rather hold on to it in case my opponent plays 3 creatures and I need to appeal to authority and Compulsory Rest or something. Yeah. I'm pretty okay with taking 3 in the sky. All right, well, we're going to block that with Steadfast Sentinel. If he has a trick, he has a trick. And he probably has one, yeah. I'm okay with it, though. I probably will finally Compulsory Rest this Carrion Screecher on my turn. Unless this is something scarier. It's not, but it will get back the Sharpshooters. Okay. It's a little less than ideal. All right, we're going to do this. Okay, that's pretty nice. I think I probably just want to use it when my opponent's tapped out. And, well, I can just get so much value if I actually get to block, ambuscade, and kill the Screecher. But with my opponent not tapped out, there's not like a great chance of me being able to pull that off. So I think I just could do it now. Yeah. Get that thing out of here. One has a lot of zombies for not being black-white. And yeah, I'll end my turn. Probably taking 4 this turn on the ground. I don't really want to block when I have Appeal to Authority in my hand that can just win the game out of nowhere. And obviously it gets better the more creatures I have in play. So I'll just take 4 here if he attacks. Yep. Go to 7. Play your Sharpshooters. Yep. Bring them on. How much can we actually swing for? Math time. We can swing for 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's all. That is all. So I think instead I just go Compulsory Rest. And I don't think I exert. I'll probably exert, well, I think we just attack with everything, because that means next turn we can just destroy our opponent, basically. They do get to gain 2 life, but swinging for 6 here is big. They can drop us to 3, but we do have our warriors still if we want to block. They can also go up to 10. I think I'm taking 4 here. My opponent could have Gift of Strength, but God, do they have it? No. You go to 3. What do you have for me? Yeah, just tap out. It'll be fine. Okay, well, we've seen this before, huh? So opponent can go to 10. And we can swing for 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can tap down both their creatures, so going to 10 won't be enough. Now, if they have a kill spell, that'll matter, but... Alright. Okay. We're going to go appeal on this. Right, and then we're going to go authority. So all my guys gain vigilance, so it's still going to be worth it to attack here, even if something goes wrong. All right. Do they have something to stop me? There's not a lot at common or uncommon that can, but it looks like they do. Oh, nope. Swinging for too much. All right. Appeal to authority. So good. So good. Do we have a real sideboard? Not really. This is like our best sideboard card, but it's not that good, especially because we don't have any of those 3 colors in our deck. I forgot we had Ronus's Monument. Okay, I think this is a keep. We're on the draw again. That makes it even more of a keep. But it's a solid hand. We have a 2-drop and a 3-drop and such. Another 2-drop now. We also have a desert. We do need a forest, but that's okay. All right. So I think we play... Yeah, I think we play the Mummy first instead of Vizier of Remedies. I actually haven't seen a lot of -1/-1 counters art of our opponent. Yep. Question is, do I play Inlet? Do I play Ronus's Monument first here? Yeah, I think I do. I think I do. Being able to pump my guys every turn is probably going to be worth it. So, if my opponent trades here, I probably don't play it, actually. I would just be like, yeah, so they are going to trade, so I don't play it. I'm just going to leave mana up for my Aven Mind Sensor in this case. Play our Endless Sands in my turn. I guess that trade makes sense. You know, we don't actually have that many zombies in our deck, so it's not as good as it looks. Screecher, okay. I'll probably just play my Mind Sensor, even though I can flash it in and eat the guy. It's probably better to just play it now. Right. Now I think we play Steward of Solidarity. Yeah, we've definitely had like weird mana problems, like consistently inconsistent mana problems, like where we get all of one color for our first several turns, which is okay. I mean, in this case, it's not hurting us. It's hurt us the least, I would say, in this game. Oh. Why you gotta be like that? I'm gonna lose 3 life. And go to 14. Okay, well now it's starting to hurt us. Okay. Now I think I do play my Monument. And I think I attack. Yeah, let's just play our Monument, end our turn. We have Compulsory Rest if we really get into trouble, either against this or another creature. We go to 11. Drawing a 4th land would be nice here. Compulsory Rest whatever he plays, and play Vizier of Remedies and attack for 4. Hey. Now I'd probably play Ronus as Stalwart, but similar. Oh, I only need to pay 1 mana for that. What am I thinking? Whoopsies. I feel like this is a race we can win thanks to Appeal to Authority, but it could be close. Closer than I want it to be. If I draw a land, though, I can play both of these and pump one of these creatures twice, which is pretty good. And then Appeal to Authority will probably seal the deal before our opponent can kill us. But, that, you know, our opponent's going to do stuff between now and then, you know, most likely. So, no guarantee. Oh, I actually don't need to draw land because it costs less. So I can play Sidewinder and Vizier next turn. Pretty nice. We'll go to 8. Interesting. There's an Ambuscade, which is pretty good. I don't feel the need to use it right away, though. So I'm going to play Sidewinder Naga. I think I'm going to spread out the love here because my opponent might have a removal spell. So I'm going to make 2 creatures 4/4s instead of doing something else. Oh, that actually would have been helpful against Torment of Venom. How about that? How about that? That is a lot of trample. I'm not going to exert. It's not worth it. Something's going to happen here, though. I can tell you that. Yeah. Attack away. If that's all that's happening, I'm pretty happy. But surely something else is happening, right? Wow. May just win steal another game with Appeal to Authority. The chances seem pretty good. Seems unlikely that our opponent can swing at us for 8. Well, maybe he can, since he's doing it. All right. We go to 5. So, like, my opponent may be able to play 2 blockers here, but he's just dead if that's all he does. He's got to do something bigger. Oh, that's bigger. Ouch. All right. All right, then. That's bad news for us. Very bad news. Bantu's Last Reckoning. We need to draw a creature. If we do, we still have a pretty good chance, but if we don't, we're in for some trouble here. We drew one, and a good one. Well, now we know our opponent has a sweeper. I sort of played into his hand there by playing all my creatures. We go to 3. Darn, I was hoping they couldn't actually do anything. That's bad. Pretty bad. I can use Ambuscade pretty effectively against it. And Sandblast. So I think we just end the turn. I'm planning on using Ambuscade to block this and kill that. And also make a creature token. I can do all of that. So that's probably what I'll do. Bantu's Last Reckoning. Wrecked me. give this a try. It's better to do this because I don't take the afflict damage. And then I have a 3-power creature that can block that. Of course, this could all go dangerously wrong. But seems like a reasonable play to me. So we'll block. And then make a creature token. Which means if we draw any creature, we do get to play a 3-3. Get to have a 3-3 in play. All right. That worked for us. What else do they have? Oh, God. Please be sandblastable. You are not... Well, you are with the help of my warrior token, I guess. That's bad. We just have to leave mana up for Sandblast and Prey, basically. I would like to play Gustwalker, but I can't really. Trample. Oh, Trample will still kill me no matter what. Yeah, we lose. We do lose. Alright, Bantu's Last Reckoning. We got to keep that card in our mind for game 3. Not play all our dudes into it. I don't have anything especially good against it. I mean, our best thing against it's just Endless Sands. I guess Godfarrow's Gift is good against it. I don't think we want that, though. I would like to play first. Okay, this is solid. We don't have green this time, but we have a 2-drop. We got a good 4-drop. We have some action. We'll draw Forest anyway. I mean, every game we've started with only one color, but we always eventually draw. And this time we did it very fast, actually. We always eventually draw what we need. So turn 2 Paramount, turn 3 Prowler, turn 4 Talkrop Elite is not bad. That's for sure. Yeah, that's going to punch me in the face, but I'm going to attack first. How many times have we actually had 7 mana in this draft? Like if we were playing Godfarrow's Gift? I don't think the answer is very many times. All right, so Prowler it is. Take 3. Can't block. That's a pretty good line of text for us. We're going to attack and play Talkrop Elite. Opponent has a ton of zombies for not being black-white. I haven't really seen a real zombie payoff. That's the closest thing we've seen. So this isn't going to untap. So I'm not super concerned about taking 3 this turn, especially because I can swing super hard on my next turn with Talkrop Elite's help. So we're going to take 3, go to 14. Something else for us. Yes, they should. Oh my god, another one. That's a little scary. Okay. Oh, yeah, they can block now, too. So that is scary, in fact. Well, we're going to attack in the air. We're in trouble, though. I'm probably going to block one of them with a Feral Prowler, just to draw a card. I'm going to play with Catcher's Avenger. It can block the Ronus's Stalwart. There's some flavor there, too, because they're both like the champions, I guess. Yeah. I can also double block both. I can double block one Marauding Bone Slasher and single block the other. It's not the worst, but I think blocking... killing one of them is good enough because making it so the other can't block is solid. Opponent could have a trick, but I think we're okay with that. Are you exerting? You're not exerting. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to do this. Let me know whether or not it works. Probably have something. Destined, yeah. We don't kill that, but we at least don't take the damage, and we take 3 and go to 11. So he can swing back at me for 9-ish, and we can swing right now for 3, 5, 8. Yeah. I mean, it might just be worth it to try to race here. I wish I had Appeal to Authority right now. It would be so good, because exert. God. It's not good, though, because, well, yeah, we'll take 9 on the backswing. He won't be able to backswing, though, if we hit him for 8 here. Not really. Yeah, I think we just go for it. All right, go to 5. Play Steadfast Sentinel. So our opponent could just have a trick that kills us. I'm probably just going to block, partly because I can actually Eternalize this and make this bigger next turn. And then also have a 4/4 who can just block well. So, yeah. This is the first game I feel like where we actually got 7 lands, at least relatively quickly, which we don't really want in our deck, by the way. But that's okay. Opponent's stuck on 3, so at least that's probably holding him back from playing like 2 creatures, which is kind of a problem for them. Attacking right here is kind of dangerous for them too. They may only attack with their Stalwart to hit me for 3, which would be fine with me. It's a little dangerous for them. I mean, they're on a quick clock here because as soon as my Elite untaps, things are going to get kind of ugly. Pretty ugly. Oh, they have Lead in their graveyard. I forgot about that. We're still not dead, but I did forget about that, and that's definitely something I should have been paying attention to. Oh, they can't cast it, though. It costs 4. But even if they did, all that would happen is I would have to block one of these right now. So it's not exactly like game-breaking or anything. Are they... Wow, they're going for it. I did not expect that. Do I block and Eternalize? I don't think I do. Yeah, I do. Getting a 4/4 is pretty legit here. We go to 5. Yep, that dies. I'm gonna be mad if I draw Appeal to Authority because it would have. Well, it still would win us the game. Wow, 3 Marauding Bone Slashers. What's your deal? Okay. Well, we're in trouble, but it's not the end of the world or anything. We're going to Eternalize, which gives us a 3/3, but we're not going to attack. We can't really afford to attack. Nope. We cannot. So if my opponent gets the mana for Lead here, we are dead. Because we have to block 1 creature, which will be 1 Bone Slasher, and he hits us for 6. So, not good news. They didn't get it, which is pretty lucky for us. Everyone's attacking. Okay. I think I'm just going to block 2 of them. Can opponent kill us with a trick? Oh, God. Maybe. Ouch. Should have blocked. I mean, we hadn't seen that trick out of them is what's crazy. But yeah, it kills us. What were we going to draw? I just want to know so I can be mad at myself. Okay. Wouldn't have been so mad. That was a close one. It was a difficult to gauge how I should race, but I think we did the right thing in terms of percentage, like chance to win and all that. But we are 1-1. I cannot 3-0 this format, you guys. I 2-1 it all the time, but now that I said that, I won't even 2-1 this one. But our deck seems pretty good. I mean, it's not like we got stomped in any of those games, really. So, see you guys in the next match. All right, final match of an Hour Devastation draft. We are 1-1, and we would like to play first, and that is a bad hand. We're going to have to send it back. Just green mana with all that white is not good. And we did it again. This one I think we are going to keep, but it's yeah, we're not in great shape on this hand. But we do have a Crocodile of the Crossing. We'll probably draw like 2 white 2-drops before we draw plains. Oh, well, there's one. That was my estimate. Did I make my mana base incorrectly with this deck? Maybe. Let me know in the comments. It does feel like I did, but, you know, it can also just be basically really bad luck that leads to this happening. But it's bad. We've had it happen basically every game where we just get one color. Which is another reason, one way you can know that it's variance to some extent, because if it goes back and forth between colors, it doesn't really make sense. Hopefully they don't do anything else. If they do anything else, we're in some trouble here. They, of course, got all 3 of their colors without even trying. Okay, they just cycled. Aha! Well, I guess we just go with Crocodile of the Crossing here and just bash for 4. Alright. Now that we have white mana, I feel like we have a shot. Especially because our opponent didn't add to the board at all on their turn 3. They just cycled. Which works for me. Question is, what do I play next with my single white mana? 2 Kenra Turtles, huh? Okay. Alright, well, I think I attack. They take it. I think I probably play with Catcher's Avenger so I can just trade with this. That seems okay. Being able to trade with Ronus' Stalwart is not a bad thing. None of the other cards in my hand can do it, so at least not if he exerts. It would be nice to have more white mana so I could also have Sandblast ready to go, so if my opponent uses a trick I could really get him, but we've only got the 1. No exertion. I think I'm still going to block him. See what happens there. Take 4. We go to 12. Give me another white mana and I'll be so happy. Just because I can play one of these 2s and have Sandblast ready to kill something. Oh, good Soul Stinger. That's a pain. Okay. Alright then. I think what I'm going to do is block the Soul Stinger and use Endless Sands when he targets whatever he targets. I guess I can flash in even Mind Sensor, and that's just... But then I can't also play... Yeah, I think we should contribute to the board as well as... Yeah. Seems reasonable. I'll be happier to do it with my Crocodile, honestly, because my Crocodile can come back with Endless Sands. So if he tries to put the counter... I mean, they both can, but the Crocodile can come back and has haste, so it'll be able to attack right away, whereas Mummy Paramount will not be able to. Ambuscade. Okay, well now we're just going to do it. Yeah, that's pretty gross. I guess I'm going to block one of these Kenras. I go to 6. Okay. Compulsory Rest is not great against Soul Stinger because my opponent can just choose to sacrifice it and put the counters somewhere, so that's not ideal. So I could do this and swing for 4, drop my opponent to 8, we take 4, we drop them to 4. But I'm not sure I want to do that. Although playing Gustwalker really doesn't feel that great either. I think I'm just going to pass the turn, hold up Avian Mind Sensor, and plan on using Endless Sands. And I'll probably use the Crocodile just to block Soul Stinger. I think that's my plan. Maybe afraid to attack with it under Endless Sands, I guess. In which case, we'll just flash in Avian Mind Sensor and be pretty happy. Okay, no, he's not. Let's try to do this. We'll go to 4, but hopefully kill this Soul Stinger. And we do. Which will kill our Crocodile, but he also used an Ambuscade on it, so you can look at it as a 2-for-1, I guess. Something I can Compulsory Rest isn't something that's going to worry me a ton, although the fact that we have like no white mana makes it kind of a problem. Okay. Yeah, I think we just leave our mana up again and probably plan on flashing in our Mind Sensor. Maybe just to block Kenra Eternal. Holding on to Sandblast for now. Yeah, we've definitely had very consistently inconsistent mana problems here. Okay, well, in that case... yeah, I'm just going to Sandblast this. Go to 2. Opponent may just have a trick, in which case we're pretty much dead. Fling. Yeah, we're dead. All right. Did not go super well with the glut of cards in our hands. Let's look at our mana here. 9. Yeah, I actually have 9 and 7 still because I didn't change it. I just changed it in one game. So I don't know why it's happening to me now. It really is just variance. Bad variance. Yeah. It happens, you know. We would like to play first. And now we get all of our green cards with only white mana. We have 6 green cards and 3 of them are in our hand. If I were on the draw, I would probably keep this, but since I'm not, I think I'm going to mulligan. Right, that is better. We have two very good 2-drops, removal spell, and, you know, Steadfast Sentinel, whatever that's worth. Yeah, I think I'll take it. Probably play the Stalwart first, just because it's going to be able to attack more easily in the early part of the game. Whereas the Gustwalker can attack for longer in the game, is what I'm trying to say, because of flying. And Ronus' Stalwart will stop being able to attack, so it'll attack for a few damage in the early going that the Gustwalker just won't be able to do. Of course, we're going to play the Gustwalker now, so there's that. But we're going to exert this thing. We had a Kenner Eternal do so much damage to us last game. Off to a much faster start this time, which is good for us. Our opponent didn't have the fastest start last game either. Steadfast Sentinel can at least block Kenra Eternal, if nothing else. Okay, they cycled. I was going to say, I'm assuming they actually already have a land. You wouldn't cycle away a desert if you desperately need a desert, so... A land, that is, more generally. It's probably worth attacking here. He makes me exert. Well, actually, I don't have to exert now. So maybe it's not worth attacking. Yeah, I'll attack. I think I just play Steadfast Sentinel instead of doing anything else. I'm not going to exert, like I said. We're just going to attack. Drop our opponent to 15. Our Endless Sands has liked us, which is even funnier in the whole weird mana problems we've been having because we only have one Endless Sands. But we've got a nice Ambuscade, which can go a long way in winning us a game. You know, killing something, doing extra damage is nice. Okay, Lethal Sting. That makes sense. All right, I'm just going to attack with both. No exerting. I think I play Sidewinder Naga. Probably just going to block the Stalwart now, I would guess, since it's a terrible attacker with the Lethal Sting counter on it. Or, yeah, the Sentinel, whatever. Block something. Ah, Shed Weakness. That's frustrating. I think I have to use Ambuscade. All right. We keep our board. We get a 2-for-1. We do have to use Ambuscade on a not huge threat, but still. Okay, gets that desert back. Yeah, I think I play Stewarded Solidarity in my turn. Wonder if our opponent has any other very large threats in his hand. Yeah, we'll just take 4. He must, because probably wouldn't attack if he couldn't block Ronus' Stalwart. Awesome, Sifter Worm. We're in trouble. Maybe a 1 and 2 here, which is less than desirable. Sifter Worm. It's bad news. We need a Compulsory Rest. A good Soul Stinger's also on top of their library. Okay, there's a card that can win us games out of nowhere, but this is not going to be a good... It's going to be hard to win one out of nowhere in this game. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to play Sidewinder Naga. I'm going to try to, but 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. Yep. So right now I could swing with Appeal to Authority for 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 exactly. So if our opponent is aggressive here and attacks us, doesn't gain any life, we could just win the game with Appeal to Authority. And just play Soul Stinger in their second main phase. No, attack with the Beetle. Please. I can tap down the Beetle, I guess. As long as my opponent only plays one creature in his second main phase. If he plays a second creature, we're in trouble. Soul Stinger. Don't play another creature. Don't play another creature. Don't play another creature. Oh, good. Unless they have removal. So let's do this math one more time. So we can swing for 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah, the math was wrong. Yeah, we can only swing for 15. Oh, wait a second. No, that won't work. It's not an instant. I was going to say I can attack and then make a token, but that's not going to work. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I don't think we can win now. We can drop him to 1, obviously. We can't take another hit from the Sifter Worm either. We can, however, take both of these. I can use Steward now to make a token. And then just chump block with a token. And flash an Aven Mind Sensor at the end of their turn. I think that's our best plan. It's not a good plan, but I think it's our plan. So now we can only, we can swing for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's our plan. We're going to see if we can make that plan work or if we're just dead. We just take 6 and we chump block Sifter Worm, so we only take 6 from it. Oh, wait a second. Trample. What am I thinking? I have to chump block both of these. I don't know what I was thinking there. Oh, God. Yeah, we don't have a hope of winning, I don't think. We might. It's going to be hard, though. Okay, well, that makes it a little easier. A little bit easier. Not a lot easier, though. So I think I flash in Aven Mind Sensor here. God. So yeah, I have to chump block the Beetle with something. I think I want to hold on to my flyer. I probably should have used it. I keep forgetting it gives me vigilance. This has been a very bad end of this match. Because if I'd used it, I could have swung for a ton, dropped them to 1, and then would have had decent blocks and just 1 in the air. So I'm sure some of you already posted that. Not great. Not a good job by me in this match. Okay. Well, I think we might still have a chance. Because I can just block with this, take 4. That's my creature with highest toughness. Okay, so 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Still 15 damage, though. Ugh. Should have swung last turn. Would have been so much better. So much better. Yeah. Sucks. But I think we lose. And we would have had a real chance at winning if I just used Appeal to Authority last turn instead of doing what I did. Because we're basically back at square one here with how much damage we could do. And there's not really anything there's not even a creature we can draw and then use Appeal to Authority. We don't have like a one. We don't have like a Root Walla or something, or whatever it's called, Sand Walla. No, we're dead. Mostly. We'll see. I mean, we can try. So we're gonna cast Appeal. I think on our Mind Sensor. Okay, and then we're going to cast Authorita. Stupid 15 damage. We might still have a chance because of the Vigilance, which would further indicate that I definitely should have attacked when I had the chance to last time, because I can attack with Steward of Solidarity and then exert it for a chump blocker. I can actually just straight up take a hit from Soul Stinger, and all I have to hold on to is find a way to hold on to is my Mind Sensor. But that's going to be hard because this has freaking Trample, so yeah, kind of a problem. Definitely should have swung when I had the chance last turn, and we would have won the game for sure, because we would have dropped our opponent low enough and then had enough blockers like we'd had anyway to survive. So if I make a token and then triple block this, I guess that'll work actually. As long as I can hold on to my Mind Sensor, that can work. We have a chance, despite how I bungled this. Just got to hold on to our flyer. We got to get him for 1 damage. So we make a token. Oh, no, the trick is I can't make the token and then block. That's not going to work. I was thinking you could make the token to block that and then block this with 3 creatures, but I can't really. I can't do that. Yeah, we're dead. But we would have won if I'd cast it at the right time. So my my poor handling of the situation is definitely what will do us in here. I can make the token after the fact, but we're still dead. We can't take Quarry Beetle. We'll have to block it with Aven Mind Sensor. We don't have a way of doing 1 damage in our library. Where's the Sun-Scorched Desert when we need it? I definitely deserve to lose this one because I played so poorly. So at least there's that. You know, when you deserve to lose, it doesn't feel as bad as when you don't. Let's just look at this one more time. We can triple block and take 1. See, what I was thinking was I could also make a creature token and block that. And then I would have my Aven Mind Sensor still alive. Because I could take the 2 and go to 1 and then kill him with my Mind Sensor. It's not going to happen. Let's just cycle this. Gustwalker. Yeah, so triple block and take 1 from that, but I also take 4, 2. So I can survive for another turn. It's just probably not going to be worth it. I mean, I guess we will. We'll do it. Never know what might happen. So yeah. That's what we're doing. We can make a creature token. So we can do that. I don't think it makes much of a difference. We do kill the guy with trample. Oh, we took lethal anyway. Math. Yeah, there was. Yeah, all right. Well, that draft, started really promisingly, but in the end we went 1 and 2, which is not something I've done a lot of in this format, but I just did it. For lots of 2 and 1. Still don't have a trophy, which is sad because this format's actually relatively slow, and I usually do a lot better in them. But if I have a decent win percentage, that's nice, and I have an okay one right now. I'd like to get it, to at least like 60%, which we're a ways away from, but there's plenty of time left in this format. So thanks for watching. Don't forget my content is sponsored by 5colorcombo.com, and I'll be back for another draft next week.